How are you, sir?
Yeah, how are you? Fine. Is it better now?
Yes, it's better now, sir.
Okay. We can see you and we can hear you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank God, sir.
Yeah, so how has it been in the last 3 months? How have you coped with lockdown?
God has been faithful. God has been faithful. You know, anything aside God is nothing. So before God is God, after God is still God. So God has been helping us. So He has been faithful. He has been faithful. I won't lie. God has been so faithful in every area of my life, in my career, with the family, with the children. God has been so faithful, sir.
When you first heard about COVID-19 lockdown, how did you feel at that time in March when that came?
To be factual, when the lockdown actually started, I was so broke because I was planning for campus evasion, and I've actually spent a lot on the event coming up in OLUWAYOMI. I've booked for the hall. I've committed the people on sand, some part of money for the media, the screen, everything. So I spent a lot of money on that campus evasion, which was supposed to come up on May 9th. But unfortunately, when the lockdown happened, I was just having little with me. But I believe the God that cannot be insulted is on the throne. God actually made a way. And the funniest thing that through that the first 1 month, the transformer in my area, the transformer that connected light to my house, got spoiled. For 1 month. I was running generator. It got to a time I was very frustrated. And I just thought, well, and people tell me why she was reducing me. So I just forgot about everything, and I kept on buying fuel every day. Every day I was buying diesel fuel to run the 2 generators. But this is us now. We are grateful. God has been so awesome and faithful.
So what are the lessons that you've learned? What are the lessons that you've learned from this?
A lot. Number one, I've got. I was able to relate more with my family, my children, and we discover a lot of talent. If you check my page, my wife's page, my children's page, we've become a star on social media now. The 3 children I've got. The first son, my first son, he plays sax, he sings. The second one plays keyboard. The third one can dance and sings. So a lot of people actually got to know them through this lockdown, because there's nothing we are doing just to eat, do video, put it on social media. And a lot of people, for example, now this morning, somebody just called me from London. Now, can you do this for me? Can you do this for me for my husband's birthday? Which ordinarily, before I won't do it. A lot of my wife's friends has called me that, let your husband come and play sax for my husband on my birthday. I will tell them, I don't do it. I don't do it. Now, this morning, the lady just sent me a message on Facebook, said, SEGUN, please, my husband will be doing his birthday in June. Please do something for me. And I said, I'm taking this. She said, okay, no problem. And said, send me your account number. Although she watched a particular program I've been doing on Instagram, I call it Alujo Hymn Fusion, which I've been playing the whole tunes of hymns in Alujo form. And the woman was so blessed with it and said, can you just do 5 hymns for me for 5 minutes for my husband's birthday? And I told her this is what I'm collecting. Said, okay, send me your account number. So I've discovered a lot of things about myself. My children discover a lot in their own talent. For example, now my children, they won one of the me and my wife, we did she forced me to do one challenge, which we won some amount of money there. And my children are putting up for another challenge now. As I'm talking to you, they are shooting their video in the living room. Out of 100 kids, they were able to make it to 50, top 50. Now, this morning, they announced, they sent message to their mother that they are in top 10s. 2 of my children. One is singing, the other one is singing and dancing. So, if not for lockdown, most likely, they will be in school. I know the talent is there because they got it from me, they got it from my wife. The family is music family. My wife can sing very well. I can sing, I can play instruments. All my children can sing and play instruments. But this lockdown really helped us that we were able to discover a lot of talents, a lot. As I'm talking now, they are shooting their video in the living room. And in my house now, we've actually turned to media and music personality. I've bought a lot of things. I've bought stands for them. I've brought the keyboard from the studio. The lighting, everything is in the house. Now we will shoot video. And as I'm talking to you, I have 3 videos that I need to shoot between now and Friday for people requesting for birthday. So a lot of things has happened during this lockdown, which I can say, Oluwa, because immediately after they shift the lockdown, a lot of things are actually coming. Financially, which I thank God for. Ordinarily, I won't think towards that end. How can I be playing birthday for? But it's bringing something, sir. And this is it's new normal. We just have to adapt to it, which I bless God for, sir.
Okay. I was going to ask you, how do you? Okay, maybe we should also say hello to a lot of your fans and viewers who are watching you, and perhaps maybe give us a song to, welcome them to this program.
Okay. Hello, everyone. You are welcome to live chat with my boss himself, Mr. Kende. My name is SEGUN OLUWAYOMI Omarubo, and the only thing I do is to make God happy, to give God pleasure through the talent He has imparted in me with the saxophone. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you. Tell us about your relationship with the sax. How many years now running?
Well, saxophone was the last instrument I actually learned. So it was the instrument I wanted to learn, but there was no provision for it. I started playing instrument in the year 1989, January 1989, in my church, CAC Okeayo, Saboke Ilorin. I could remember that very year. I was planning to write my JSS Junior WAEC. There was a call in my choir that anybody that wants to learn musical instrument, come and put down your name. And a lot of people actually, they went for guitar, keyboard, they went for bass guitar, they went for drums. And I now discovered that they left trumpet behind. Nobody wants to learn trumpet. And that was the only available instrument I could learn. So I now told my choir master then, Pastor Moses Awojobi, and I told him that, let me go for this trumpet. So he now wrote a note for me that go to the neighbor's church, that is Emmanuel Baptist Church, very close to our church, CAC Okeayo Ilorin. Go and meet the choir master there and give him this letter. And I went there and I gave the letter to the Baba Ayo Samuel. He's late now. And he said, okay, let me call one of my my choir member to teach you. And he called the first person. And the person now said, okay, you want to learn trumpet? I said, yes. Okay, your money is 30 naira. My school fees then was 60 naira. Where will I get 30 naira from? I'm still under my parents. And I started crying. Because I really want to learn. Though I've been playing Akuba, I've been playing them very well, but I want to learn musical instrument. When he said I should pay 30 naira, I was crying. And the man saw me and said, don't worry, my biological son will teach you when he comes from school. Fortunately for me, a week later, his son came. He's a doctor now, Dr. Kaede Samuel. And the man started with me. Less than 1 month, I was able to play trumpet very well. And I was so surprised that, trumpet that always take people to, I was playing on about 3-4 keys. He was so happy and he gave me a lot on trumpet that was what actually prompted me to go and study music. So I've been playing trumpet since 1989. I played it till 1998. I dropped trumpet in 1998. When I left OAU in 1998, I studied music and I did trumpet. So immediately I left school, I dropped trumpet. Fortunately for me, in my church in Lagos here, Redeem, somebody just said, what can we buy for church? And I told him, let's buy saxophone. And that person bought saxophone. That was I took saxophone. I started learning saxophone. And since then, it has been my major instrument and I love it so much.
What's the major difference between a trumpet and a saxophone?
The playing is quite different. The embouchure,
Okay.
how you apply your lips to the mouthpiece is quite different. And most people believe that playing trumpet requires energy. No. If you get the system, if you get the logic, if you get how to play it, it's so simple. The same thing applies to saxophone. So it depends on the interest of each and every one of us that want to learn a particular instrument. But for me, I just used trumpet as a stepping stone to where I was actually going. I love saxophone. I could remember while I was playing trumpet, the very first day I picked up saxophone, that was 1991. I played about 5 keys on it, which is very unusual. The man said, have you been playing it before? I said, no. So I now left it until 1998 that I got an access to one, which I was able to rehearse it very well. And the following year, I did my first album, Marugo Audio.
Okay. I know you have this program you do on Instagram. Can you tell us a bit about it? How did you start it and what it's all about?
Okay. This is one of the things I said lockdown has actually brought to us. My wife can talk very well. In fact, I was actually planning to buy airtime for her on TV station so that she can be presenting, but she was just reluctant about it. And I never knew I would be the one doing this. This lockdown actually brought the talent of me. I have series of programs on Instagram that I'm doing, which I bless God for. Testimonies are coming in so much. There's one we call Praise and Prayers of the Prophet, where we bring in prophets and we praise. There's a track that I did 2012. I call it Praise of the Prophet. It's an old collection of songs that we don't sing anymore in CAC. It's not that we don't sing them anymore. Some churches are still singing them, but it's just that we allow this day's music to take over our old song. That while singing them, then you'll be seeing raw miracles. Because I could remember following my father to mountains. On Patewola, some of them going, you could see at the Titung Bono, but unfortunately, we've allowed the Oyibo's song to take over us now. So I did the song for my father and the Lord Pastor Oladimi when he was 50, and we couldn't release it to the world at large. So I left it. So 2012, God told me, go and release that song. I'm a saxophonist. I don't sing. But immediately I released the song. That was the song that was selling my album. I call it Praise of the Prophet. So when I started the program on Instagram, I call it Praise and Prayers of the Prophet. I brought my father and the Lord. And I brought Pastor Wole to be the first guest. And I saw the response of people telling me the testimony about the praise of the prophet. In fact, let me even share one. There was a particular, when I finished the video, I put it on YouTube. And somebody watched the video and sent me a testimony that his mother had cancer and she was admitted in the hospital. So they've tried all their possible best. They said they should just be praying that the woman is in the last stage, that most likely she will die. She might not survive the cancer. And the boy was just watching YouTube one day, and he came across my video on YouTube, and there was a particular song there which says, Agbára rẹ̀ ga jù tọ̀tá lọ, ìmọ̀ rẹ̀ ga jù tèṣù lọ, Ọlọ́run kò ṣeun tì mí ọ́, oṣù ayé kò lè dí ọlọ́nà iṣẹ́ rẹ̀, ajé ayé kò lè dí ọlọ́nà iṣẹ́ rẹ̀, agbára rẹ̀ ga jù tọ̀tá lọ. He said he was singing the song, and Holy Spirit just ministered to her. Go and tell your mother to be singing this song too. Do you know what happened, sir? When his mother started singing the song, lo and behold, the cancerous cell in that woman just vanished, went away. They couldn't see the cancer in the body of that woman again. The man sent me a message that there is a particular power in that your song, which is unusual. That is one of the testimonies. Another testimony in Ondo town, they brought that dead boy in the midst of pastor having a meeting. And the woman just brought our son in their midst and said, Daddy, all the pastors there were so confused, and they were confused. One of them now said, I have a song in my phone, let me bring it out. And they started playing my track, Praise of the Prophet. They were playing the song, they were singing the song, getting to that song again. They were clapping. You know, in CSC we clap very well and we use agogo, and they were clapping, they were singing the song. Lo and behold, the boy that was declared dead rose up and started singing the song with them. That was when I now believe that there is power in this song. A lot of testimony like that. That was what prompted me to do Praise of the Prophet too, which I released last year, and that's been a blessing to the world at large. That's one of the programs on Instagram. I have another one which I call Alujo Hymn Fusion, which I said earlier that I combine all the old hymns, both English and Yoruba. I do it in Alujo. Alujo that will be playing gong, everything. We just saxophone alone, and people have been blessed through that. I did the last one on Sunday. Through that, a lot of things that came to me that please, like I said initially, that somebody said her husband wants to do a birthday, that she wants to do a surprise a birthday for him, that there's some song that he likes that I should play it for him in Alujo's song. So I bless God for this lockdown, because if not for the lockdown, I will not discover that I can do this Alujo hymn fusion and praise and prayer of the prophet. And another program that I do with the help of my Father and the Lord, I call it God's General, which I bring people in the society to come and talk to my followers on Instagram, on Facebook, to encourage them what will happen after COVID-19. Before COVID-19, what have you been doing? What can you do after COVID-19? And a lot of people have been a blessing all over the world. Before the COVID-19, my followers were just 3,800, but now I've got close to 7,900. So that means that I'm impacting life, I'm affecting life positively. So I bless God for this COVID-19. I know God will take it away. God actually wanted us to discover a lot of things in our system. I know God will take that COVID-19 away very soon in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen. Amen. I'd like to welcome our Father and the Lord, Pastor Wole Oladiyan, who just joined us. Welcome,
Daddy.
we welcome you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us.